out on 15. The landscaping is now pretty much done. So waiting on the sand on the front bunker, but John is now cutting in the new shape of the new bunker. So you can see he's got the blade just to cut the edge. So the idea of this is that you'll be able to see the face of the bunker. There'll be a flash of sand from the fairway. So as we move forward and as the shape's cut in, I'll keep you updated. One of the final stages of the process is Stuart out with a dish seeder. So as you would have seen before, this leaves little lines across the green. Leaves lines of seed. So Stuart goes back and forth on this in multiple directions just to get the seed in the ground. You then brush it all in, brush some of the more of that top dressing in, and roll it, and then it gets close to being playable. It's the end of the first week, and I've got a few bits to go through with you, and bunkers, drainage, and greens maintenance. I'll spin you around and take you through the 15th. So the first bunker is pretty much done. We just need to get some sand in it. Before we put the sand in it, we've just got to water the edges, make sure that it's cut nice and sharp. Obviously where we've done the work, it has dried those edges out, so the last thing we want to do is put nice new sand in there and then it get contaminated with the edge. So we've just got to make sure we can get some grass growth. So the plan is for both of these bunkers that we will have sand in by the end of next week, but you'll see that. I'll keep you updates on video as we move forward. For those playing this weekend, the areas that we've got the blue rope around, these are GUR, so you will get free relief from these areas. And obviously areas like that where we just put some top dressing down, they will be turfed next week and seeded as well, but for now they're GUR for the weekend. If I walk you through, obviously we've got this new bunker that we've put in. So again, this has been drained, this has been lined. We've got the old path that was here has been cut out. I will show you an aerial view in a minute with the drone just to show slightly better layout. But you can see we've shaped this in a way that it's got a nice big flat playing area at the bottom, but equally with a face, steep face and steep sides. So the idea is that it will always make sure that the ball gathers to the bottom. Obviously once again, that AstroTurf is a liner, so that's to help us stop contamination from underneath the stones and the clay mixing with this new sand. As you can see, just to give you an idea of the construction, if I take you around this left edge, you can see that there's a bit of a shelf. So this AstroTurf has been pinned in, and then what we'll do is we're going to turf this area around it and wrap turf down and round and into it to make a nice clean sharp edge. That'll make it nice and tidy, and obviously again stop any washout from the face, the stones and the clay. Obviously the idea is we're doing these bunkers properly. We don't want them to have to be redone within the next sort of 5-6 years. We want to get a good lifespan out of these bunkers. So John in his big digger has been working hard, and I think you'll like the new shape. It's been quite an imposing shape from the fairway. So the idea is that when you're standing in the middle of the fairway, you'll see the bunker at the front, and then on the right hand side you'll see this flash of sand, face of sand. So anything that misses short right will catch this slope and just roll into the flat area of that bunker. Obviously if you're missing slightly further back, you've got the runoff at the back, which eventually will be cut to sort of apron and fairway length. I think it brings a nice new addition to this hole. So update on greens maintenance. Tomorrow you will be back on the greens. So they have been slit, they have been microcored, they have been solid tined, they've been seeded, they've been brushed in, they've been top dressed. They will be watered tonight to try and help soften the surface and smooth the surface out, and then they will be rolled in the morning. Obviously it's going to take at least a couple of weeks for this to recover, but hopefully if we can get days like this, what we've had today, the sunshine and the temperature, we can control the water going on them. Hopefully they will cover pretty quick. From this aerial shot on 9, you can see the additional drainage lines that the guys from FRA have put in. Obviously we had some wet areas on the right hand side of the green and across the front of the green and around the front right corner of that bunker. So hopefully these drains will just pick up those soggy patches and provide a better surface for this winter coming. Next week the bunker guys will be focusing on these 2 greenside bunkers. So again, the aim is to try and reshape, reline, redrain these 2 bunkers. We're going to bring the bases up and bring the faces up so they are more of a greenside bunker with that bigger face. Put the new sand in it. The aim is to try and get both of these bunkers done by the end of next week. This aerial shot gives you a better view of the green complex on 15. Obviously, there's been some significant changes to the landscape around this green with the introduction of this new bunker on the right-hand side. Once again, these areas are all going to be GUR. They're marked out with rope and post, so you will get free relief tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend of golf, guys.